I'm Batman, and I'm gonna review Batman Arkham City. Just kidding, I won't do the Batman voice, but I just finished Batman. Batman. It's a really good game. It plays well. The story is good. I liked the what happened at the end, which I'm not gonna spoil. I don't feel like in order to talk about I don't feel like there's much to talk about with the story because the story's like it's kind of an action movie story. Like there's not a lot of depth to it, but it's interesting what they do. I'll say this: a major character dies. I'm not gonna say whether it's a hero or a villain. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm just gonna say that a major character dies, and you probably won't be expecting it because it happens very suddenly. And that's all I'm gonna say about the ending. But I thought it was good that they did that. But that's there's not a lot to talk about with this game because a lot of it. I love the way it played though. Like it played well. There was all this there's cool gadgets. You felt like Batman swinging around, flying around, dropping down gadgets, sneaking around, knocking people out. It was cool. I loved the stealth segments. Some like I was terrible at them, and every one of them took me like half an hour at least, basically. And I would die so many times, and it would make me so mad. But at the same time, I never found myself hating the stealth segments because of it. Like they were always still. I mean, I can't say they were like after playing one for an hour because that's how long some of them took, like an hour and a half. After playing one for like an hour and a half, I can't say that I was still having fun with it, but I was having fun with it. Like I never got to the point where I'm like, oh, these stealth segments shouldn't be in the game. It always felt like, okay, yeah, I suck at these, but they're still fun as hell to play. And that just it made it more satisfying when I finally did finish the segment. I was like, oh my god, I'm bad. Oh my god, I'm Batman and I'm awesome. Like, yeah. So I really like the game. I'd love to play some more Batman games. I just hopefully I'll get better at them because it's not the genre of game I usually play. Like I don't usually play like the action like that type of game. I usually play like Nintendo games, and Batman is very much not a Nintendo-y game. Not because it's like inappropriate or anything. I mean it's not, but it's just it doesn't play like most Nintendo franchises because it's not a Nintendo game, obviously. God, I always lose my train of thought when I'm doing reviews. I feel like maybe I should start writing scripts for these. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully I'll get better at the games. Once I play more games like that, I'll probably get better because like I've gotten not good at platformers, but not so god awful terrible either. Same with Zelda games. I've played so many good Zelda games that I've gotten pretty good at Zelda games and platformers. Which again, platformers and Zelda games are mainly Nintendo stuff. So, but anyway, I guess there's one more thing I should probably talk about, and that's I played the Wii U version, and I should probably talk about the Wii U gamepad functionality. Brr, where's the gamepad in my camera shot? I'm trying to film where the gamepad is, but you can't really see it on the camera. Whatever. I feel like the gamepad functionality was a little lacking. I like how you could use it for a map, but I feel like some of the stuff was kind of shoehorned in. I did like that hacking minigame, although it was annoying for recording the Let's Play because you couldn't really watch the minigame, so like anybody in the audience just had to kind of sit there and watch him like fiddle with stuff while I would play the minigame. But some of the other stuff was really shoehorned in. Like I didn't like how they tried to like incorporate the motion controls into it. Like like when you would spray the explosive gel or shoot stuff with a gun. I mean the gyroscope worked, but like I didn't like how the display on the gamepad would change, and sometimes you had to like look at the gamepad. It felt like shoehorned in. And there was like the crime scene analysis mode, which they only used like once or twice. which they only used like once or twice, so it kind of felt underused. I don't really remember if it was cool or not because you used it like once in the beginning of the game and then you used it a little bit later, but you never use it towards the end. So I really don't remember that much about it. The mechanic that I hated though, the remote control boomerang. That thing was freaking annoying. It did not control well at all. Like you use the gyroscope on the Wii U gamepad to like motion control it and move it. It did not control well. Every time I would get to one of those segments, it would take me like 15 minutes, and it was super terrible for the Let's Play too, because where the battering was going was only shown on the gamepad. So on the TV, you just saw Batman standing there and like waiting around, so it was boring. And I couldn't do anything about it either. It wasn't my fault for setting up the camera bad or anything. It was the game. The game was like not well set. I just did not like those segments. Like half the time I was barely even controlling with the gyroscope because I think you could kind of also control where it was going with the joystick or something. I don't remember, and I tended to do that. I think because it just did not control well at all. I felt like it was broken to be honest. And I can't say that about very many games. Even the most gimmicky of Wii games, I can say, okay, this still worked. This was still good, but the remote control battering thing just did not work. It just didn't work. I felt like it was broken, like literally broken. So that's probably my biggest complaint about the game. And it's a shame too, because the remote control battering idea was cool. It kind of reminded me of the Beetle and Skyward Sword. It was a cool idea. And I'm glad they didn't use it that often, which normally would be a complaint, that they didn't use a concept that cool that often. But the concept was ruined by the fact that it controlled like crap, so I'm glad they didn't use it very much. So yeah, that's pretty much my only complaint about the game. Everything else, I loved basically everything else about the game. The combat system, felt fun to just, you felt powerful. It was just a really fun game. I loved it. It didn't like blow my mind or anything. I don't know if I'd play it again anytime soon, but it was fun. It was a fun, good experience. And I'd say it's one of the better action games out there. If you like the action genre, would it count as an action game though? I'm not exactly sure. I'd say it would. Yeah, I'm trying to think of another genre you could place it under, and I don't think it would fit as well under any other genre except for action game. So yeah, that's Batman Arkham City. Which, wow, I'm surprised this is 8 minutes long because it was like 3 before I started talking about the gamepad functions, and now it's 8, so I spent like 5 minutes talking about the gamepad functionality. That's funny. Okay. Arrivederci! So, wait, hold on, before I go. So I'd say if you're going to pick up Batman Arkham City, it's on PS3, Wii U, and Xbox 360. I'd actually recommend picking up well, I don't know. I mean, I guess sort of the Wii U version, because the Wii U version has like the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC included in it and the Catwoman DLC included in it. Like they have the Catwoman stuff interspersed within the main story of the game. So in that sense, I'd recommend picking up the Wii U version, but at the same time, if you don't have a Wii U, or if you can find the other versions for cheaper, I'd kind of recommend picking up those because like I said, the gamepad functionality is kind of a lot of it's shoehorned in, especially and the battering, like I said, controls like absolute crap. Granted, you only have to use it like 2 or 3 times in the game, but it's still really annoying, and it's still a big like flaw for the game. So I'm not sure. It depends on if you only have a Wii U, go ahead and pick it up. If you don't have a Wii U and you have like an Xbox 360 or PS3, go ahead and pick it up. You're not the battering thing doesn't ruin the experience. It just degrades it a little bit. So this is my review of Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, which is what the Wii U edition is called. I feel like I want to express that because a lot of the stuff I complained about is stuff that only applies to the Wii U version. But there are positives to the gamepad functionality. There's a lot of stuff I liked about it. It wasn't all bad. I liked having the map on the gamepad, and the hacking game was fun. Inconvenient for Let's Plays, but if you're a Let's Player, I'd recommend picking up the Xbox 360 or the PS3 version, because recording the gamepad, like it's just kind of a hassle. Like it's an unnecessary issue that like like it would make the Let's Play a lot harder. So if you're a Let's Player, I recommend picking up, if you have an Xbox 360 or PS3, those versions, one of those versions, not the Wii U version. But otherwise, you could honestly go with either. Like, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, for real this time, arrivederci!